It is time now for Money Power Politics. In just a few hours, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg will share his thoughts on free speech against the backdrop of renewed calls for stricter regulations for the social media company. Section 230, remember this, it is known as the most important law in tech. It protects companies like Facebook and Twitter from being held responsible for the content users publish on their site. But now critics are calling for a big change to that federal law. I sat down with Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff to talk about his new book, Trailblazer, and his idea around capitalism and how it needs to change. But he talked extensively about Facebook, who he sees as the new cigarettes, and specifically called out their CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, saying it is time for him to do the right thing and time for lawmakers to finally realize these aren't social media platforms, they're publishers. Get with the program.
I am the owner also of Time Magazine, and we're a publisher. And we're responsible for the content on our platform. That's how we've become a trusted platform of news. Well, Facebook is also a publisher. They need to be held responsible for what's on their platform. And right now, Section 230 of the law basically indemnifies them. That needs to be abolished.
What does that mean?
They need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable for what's on their platform, just as Time Magazine or MSNBC or ABC, CBS, NBC are held responsible for what is on their platform.
So do you think Mark Zuckerberg is lying when he says, we're not a publisher, we're just a platform? Because it's not just Facebook, it's Google, it's Amazon, it's Twitter.
Well, this is our new reality where media has changed. Media has become digital. Media has become social. Media is in our pocket and on our phones, and we need the laws and standards and practices protected by those laws to support what has happened with the technology industry. Today, those laws actually abide for you here at MSNBC, but not for those social media companies. That needs to change. We have to take responsibility for all of our businesses. Companies cannot wash their hands of what customers do with their products. There has to be an ethical component, and you have to take some level of responsibility for what is happening with your product. And that's a part of my business, and that is a part of their business as well. The problem is Section 230, which indemnifies the social media platforms. That is what needs to get abolished.
So is Mark Zuckerberg the issue, or is the law the issue?
The law is the issue. Well, businesses need to take responsibility for their actions, just like we do as individuals. We all need to be held accountable. And today, we also all have to be law-abiding citizens, and our companies need to be that way as well. So today, we have to change these laws. They've created an environment that's become untenable. Look, Facebook is the new cigarettes. I said that before. It's addictive. It's not good for you. And they're after your kids. That's really why you want to abolish Section 230, because it's going to protect our children.
These companies have said we can't possibly handle all of that content. We can't regulate all of our content in the way that a media company like NBC or Time Magazine can. Do you buy that?
No, that's not true. And the reason why is, look at the power of artificial intelligence. Look at the power of technology to do so many amazing things. We know what AI can do, and we know that AI, for example, can rapidly in real time provide this kind of protection for us on these platforms. There's many companies that are doing the right thing. I'm sure there's also companies who aren't. So I'm not going to say that all companies have made the transformation. But what I am saying, and the reason that I wrote this book, Trailblazer, is because I'm trying to show the blueprint of how to do it. And we've been doing it for over 21 years. We built this into our business model at Salesforce. I'm trying to show how business is the greatest platform for change, how we can create businesses that have a positive social impact. Now, look, it's never going to be perfect. Nothing is perfect, but you can decide what you're doing with your platform. Look, you have a platform right here at MSNBC. You have your capabilities. Well, I have a platform as well, both individually and from a organizational standpoint. Well, many people have this, and that's why I wrote the book. So whether you're an intern or you're a reporter or you're a CEO, you can understand how you can use business as the greatest platform for change.
Section 230, something Mark Zuckerberg does not want to go away. All of those companies, Facebook, Amazon, Twitter, spend a whole lot of time, money, and effort lobbying to protect their status. But as Mark Benioff points out, they're not just platforms, they are publishers. Facebook makes $110 million a day. If they want to monitor their content, they've got the money to do it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.